Hi, good afternoon. My name is Natalie Velos, and today I will be talking about the PLC collaboration. I will be focusing on a first grade class. I did choose to do things a little bit different in regards to not just generalizing it, but I put it with a story. I did do it with a story used through the benchmark curriculum. It's called Wolfie the Bunny, and I think it's a good text, not only comprehension-wise for first grade students. However, the fact that it's very engaging, and I have found myself seeing that anytime I have done this lesson, it seems to work very good with the students. So again, I'm going to go ahead and begin with the phonemic awareness. So what phonemic awareness is crucial for early reading and spelling success, as it helps children understand the sounds, form words, explicit extraction, sound identification, blending, and segmentation, as it is essential. So again, enhancing literacy with the Wolfie the Bunny. I chose to do sound segmentation. So have students listen to a word from the story Wolfie the Bunny and break it down into individual sounds. Ni. So again, we're segmenting, we're blending, and bringing it all together. Another one that I chose to go with was phoneme matching. Say two words from the story, example, bunny and baby. Students identify if they start with the same sound. And I think this is great, either as whole groups, small groups. It's something that will definitely, be at an advantage for them. For fluency. Fluency is the ability to read smoothly and with expression, which supports comprehension. Fluent readers can decode words effortlessly, allowing them to focus on understanding in the text. So one of the ways that I chose to see if we can model this is with echo reading. So we can read a sentence from Wolfie the Bunny and have students repeat it, focusing on expression and accuracy. Number 2 is a punctuation and pacing. So show sentences from the book and have students read with proper pauses and commas and periods. And this is still something very new for them. And it's even, something that they struggle with, knowing when to pause, knowing to take a short break after a period. And our next one is vocabulary. So a strong vocabulary enhances comprehension by allowing students to understand the words they encounter. Active processing of words through repeated exposure and practice builds students' words knowledge components. So again, all these three go together, because I feel like it's super important. Like, you can't have one without the other one. So with this being said, with vocabulary, I like to do word webs where we would choose like keywords. Like an example would be the surprise. Have students brainstorm related words that create visual aids. And this is something that, again, can be done as a whole group, and we can essentially kind of brainstorm together. Act it out. So we can go ahead and select words from the text. An example could be pounce or growl. And we can have students act out their meanings. Therefore, they're correlating, the acting with the meaning of the vocab word. Something very important aside from all of this is that all of these things do have to align with the state standards, of course, because we do have to meet that, skill. So with the segmentation activity, it does go ahead and meet with the standards of literacy. With the phoneme matching, it also goes in with the literacy here in California. And it emphasizes in identifying the beginning sounds of words, which are a key element for phonemic awareness, right? And the state standards with the fluency, the echo reading and the punctuation, pacing, again, they go in with reading sufficient accuracy and fluency to support comprehension. And it focuses on the punctuation, students practice pacing and expression, which is essential for understanding text meaning. So ultimately, a lot of these or these things that I chose do go and correlate with our state standards here in California, our Common Core standards. And with the vocabulary, again, it all kind of, not kind of, but it all goes aligned with the first grade state standards here in California. And with academic language support, so something that is very important is, making sure that we are focusing not just on, them becoming readers, but them becoming also, speaking well and intellectually. So we can do sound segmentation, segment words into sounds. Example, can you segment bunny? Or our phoneme matching. We can match beginning sounds. An example could be, do bunny and baby start with the same sound, which again is something that essentially I did earlier on when I started this. And then with our fluency, again, we can do our echo reading, our punctuation pacing, and something that I chose to do for collaboration is group story. So we can go ahead and write a class story together. We can work on vocabulary as a teamwork. We can also link it into social studies. I mean, not necessarily the story itself, but a lot of the support into another subject. We can go ahead and make word webs for science. We can go ahead and work on skills, vocabulary, discussion. I think this is really important, discussing with students, especially, at that grade level. There's so much going on, but it's really interesting to see that, sometimes they are like right on the track and they're even above or beyond. So it's really neat to see when you kind of see it all unfolding and coming together. So for extended learning, I decided to have an activity which is to find rhyming words that break apart bigger words into smaller words. It helps students understand sounds, making reading easier. Again, where I reside, it is a border town. We are very close to the Mexican border. So we do have a lot of English learners. So I think that it's crucial, especially that they are in first grade, to break, and break apart and make sure that we're giving them all the support needed for them to become those fluent readers. Another activity, maybe for fluency, we can pair students to read aloud together, taking turns and helping each other, correcting each other. I think working amongst each other is also such a great way to learning from your peers. This not only just, helps you work with one-on-one, but with another student, but it also boosts confidence and it helps with reading. So with vocabulary, we can ask students to use new words and fun sentences and creating either a story, sentences. And again, it helps remember words by using them. So if we're using them in real life or real sentences, it is most likely that they're going to be more embedded for them. For technology, what I chose to go with is, again, technology can support academically. Language and literacy in the classroom. But through tools like electronic books, digital reading programs, we can help students engage with text in a dynamic way. Again, but we also need to be mindful because not relying too heavily on these because they can become passive listeners instead of active readers. Or another case, they end up going into another website that they're not supposed to. So, it's just you have to really be monitoring them. Digital reading programs can also be personalized to instruction, addressing individual student needs. When used alongside traditional face-to-face instruction, these tools can enhance learning by providing additional practice and support for the learning environment. So overall, technology is definitely on our side, but we do definitely need to learn, and it's a trial and error, what works and what doesn't. But that covers my PLC collaboration. I hope that you had some good insights from it. Thank you.